Hey there, everyone. Vaish here, back again with another Saturday Live. In case you're not aware of that, I always try to go live on every single Saturday to take up your questions and just to say hello to you guys. So, we're going to wait for a few minutes so that people can just show up. YouTube can send notification. Hopefully, I'm always praying for that YouTube did send notification or not. Anyways, let's just wait. Until then, I would love to say hello to all of you. So if you're coming up, just hit that like button so that I can know that yes, you are here. So thank you so much, Creative Programmer. Ah, that's a nice name, Creative Programmer. Just joined Integrated MCA course. Ah, nice. Gamer gone. Something. I missed that part. Okay, so please hit that like button and let's join up into this another Saturday live, which we have improved quite a lot, at least on the audio part. Wasim Dogar, hello from Pakistan. Love from India too. So, yeah, we have improved a lot onto the audio quality. We will be improving the video quality as well very, very soon. I hope by the end of next week, I'll be able to do some testings and then we'll be going live with awesome, amazing quality that you are habitual of seeing on this channel. I liked already, sir. Thank you so much, Web of Tiwari. I really appreciate that. Hello from Mars. We got an alien here. Okay, so, sir, I have some questions. Yes, Sayan Mondal. This is exactly the live stream to chit chat, to ask questions, to do some kind of stuff so that we can make it a little bit fun, friendly, as well as a little bit, not much, but a little bit productive as well. So let's talk about it. Are you Indian? Yes, of course. I do hold Indian passport and I am Indian as well, and I do vote for my country as well. The mark is still it's faded, but yeah, it's there. So I pay taxes, I vote for my country, and I hold Indian passport. Makes me absolutely Indian, and I'm absolutely 100% proud of it. RBK Technology, sir, you are not replying me. I'm trying my best. Akhil Srinath says favorite food. Uh, I have to actually look onto that because I love food, a lot of variety of food, but I'm not that much picky. Uh, I love actually, if I'm in Chennai, I love the morning dosa there. That's really amazing, best. And apart from that, I love street food as well. Uh, you can find me a lot of time just enjoying the street food as well. I love that part also. I don't like heavy end cuisines like in the five star and all of that. I'm moreover like a person who enjoy more of this kind. Are you not watching match? I was watching it, but then the live time actually came on. So yeah, Pani Puri, not that much. I'm not a big fan of Pani Puri, but yeah, if it is Chole Kulche, that's a big thumbs up. So, so give it a thumbs up if you also like that. How to be productive in college? First and foremost, you need to be very, very tricky about that because they're going to consume a hell lot of time. So make sure you know about their percentage criteria and you just enough marks to get pass because you want to learn a variety of technology and all such stuff as well. Because don't just be dependent on the college for placement or anything. Sir, can you provide more free content? I'm trying my best. Actually, currently, I am updating a couple of my courses as well. But eventually, you're a big grown person. You know that everybody has to pay your bills. It's not like they magically get paid. We have to pay to our staff, pay our rents, buy cameras and these mics. They cost money. So we try to. Uh, what are you drinking? It's just plain water in an iced tea bottle. So, I need water. So yes, we try to make as much as free content, but again, on top of that, we have to pay our bills and stuff. So that's why we charge a little bit and make a little bit money in between that. So yeah, and only the kids says that every should be free in the world. No, that's not how the world works. When you'll be also working for some company, you'll be charging them, and there is no wrong in that. You should charge for your fees. So yeah, let's be practical here. Uh, Please, more tutorial on Flutter. Flutter is already a series which is pretty hit in our course, and we are providing a lot of resources there, a lot of support there. So it's already a big hit there. So, how to improve programming skills? The only one thing that can improve your programming skill is making more and more projects and more clones. Nothing else can help you, no matter how many books you read, how many competitive coding or anything challenge that you take. They surely help. I'm not saying that they don't help. Surely they help you a lot, but nothing compares to what you learn when you actually make a project. Stuff that you learn from Stack Overflow, by reading Medium articles, just insanely crazily going with that. So yeah. Somebody say Emmanuel says, boss, I completely agree with you. That's where's the chat goes. Okay, there was a nice thing he was saying, and looks like I missed him. Sometimes it goes like really crazily. There we go. I completely agree with you. Charging free is equals to less seriousness. Yes, we have actually seen that students who enroll in our paid courses actually finishes the course and move into their life about getting jobs and everything more quickly compared to the free users. So yeah. Is there only one branch of LCO in India? As of now, yes, we are the only one, and in Jaipur only, the lovely, beautiful pink city. And just to make sure that everybody is here, make sure you hit that like button. Then I'm going to show you amazing news. We are running a couple of boot camps on machine learning, and just the this current batch that we have finished up, they have actually uploaded. We have taught the entire scraping part and everything to them. They have worked hard and scraped the very big and famous website in India about restaurant reviews, and they have uploaded the entire data set in Kaggle. I will share that on Instagram as well, where is the data set and everything. But I'm super happy that we are some of these persons who are able to give something back to the Kaggle, because all of us, me, and our entire staff, our bootcamp students, everybody uses a lot of content from Kaggle. But when we are able to give something back to the Kaggle through our bootcamp, that's really great and amazing. I'll share the entire students' work there. There's a logo, Androtech. Just looks like a mirror image of LCO logo. That's nice. I'm an Android developer, and thank you for the course. Now I have 8 apps in the Play Store. Androtech. That's nice. If some of these apps are pretty amazing, just tag me on the Instagram. I would love to reshare that. Docker and Kubernetes. I was actually planning to launch a series on Docker. Then I posted a vote on Instagram that would you like to see a series on Docker or Linux? And everybody just voted for Linux, that we still are not sure about Linux, so how we can take full advantage of the Docker. That's why I thought to make a series on Linux first. So I think you will be seeing that in upcoming days. You follow Joma Tech. No, I don't follow him much, but yes, I know his content. I know his channel. I've watched his couple of videos, like long back. Haven't followed him in something. Linux is complicated. Don't worry, I'll make it absolutely ridiculously simple in the upcoming series. And yes, the series is gonna be on YouTube. So, how good is your Flutter? I want to buy it. Pretty good. I am decent in Flutter, and you can check out the course content, and we are pretty active in discussion section. So yeah. Bad week. Phenomenal. I hope it gets better in the weekend. I hope so. Make a course on CompTIA A plus cert. No, as of now, I'm not planning for that. I'm working on something else. That's why I thought I'm gonna pick up some lightweight series to just go for that, and so of course like that. Please share your daily routine. My daily routine is a little bit complicated because I have to include a couple of things. Like reading is one of the things which I always include in my daily life, because I don't feel really complete without reading, and I don't share much about it because not a lot of people are like book readers and stuff. I've recently finished up this Zoogd, which is pretty amazing book. And apart from that, I have to also include my gym workout in the daily routine, because otherwise I don't feel really good. I just need to work hard. I just cannot just go my day without that. So reading is one part of my day. Hitting the gym is one part of the day. I don't hit like 6 times a week, but at least 3 or 4 times a week. That is compulsory. I usually try 6 times a week. Apart from that, making videos, thinking about the content, and editing them, uploading them. It's a whole lot routine, and then have to manage a lot of stuff about Learn Code Online, how the team is going on, and stuff like that. So coding is one part of the day. Coding is actually moreover entire part of the day, sitting on just this exact same chair and just doing the stuff. Which phone do you use? My phone is just right here. I'm using this guy, Samsung, shiny, too much shiny. This is a Samsung S10 Plus. I am enjoying it. Pretty decent phone. I love it. Pretty decent phone. But the only issue is I still miss the charging feature of the OnePlus, and that is one thing I still miss. OnePlus is just ridiculously fast, good charging. How to publish bachelor's thesis in India? Live from this is actually a webcam live, not a DSLR live. I was planning to go DSLR live, then I realized that DSLR can go like it doesn't really go on the battery so high, so I need to figure out some stuff. So yeah, this is a live from studio, and this is a live from a webcam. Yeah, hard to believe, but yes, it is. What is the next course you are going to upload? Um, I really don't like to share what's coming up next because it sometimes uh, gives the higher expectation, and whenever there is a higher expectation, it's always going to go. Do you believe every company has vulnerability like Google can be hacked? Yes, of course. I actually still believe that anything and everything can be hacked. It's all a cat mouse game. So sometimes you hack it, you block it. It's a cat and mouse game. So I really don't want to talk too much on that part. Where do you live? I live in the beautiful city of Jaipur. Pretty good city. .NET scope, please. We don't work on .NET, and to be honest, I don't like it that much. It's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't like it personally. Some people like potatoes, some don't. Some like meat, some don't. So I'm one of those who don't like .NET. So nothing, nothing is wrong in that. You belong to Jaipur, yes, and Jaipur belongs to me. That's mythical. Best IDE for Python. Um, it depends. My system is pretty heavy, so I use PyCharm all the time. I love it, and so and apart from that, I also love VS Code. It's pretty good and decent, but again, nothing beats the PyCharm. No matter what you talk about, all these Jupyter notebooks, Spider, anything else, I still think that PyCharm is one of the really killer one. Uh, these Jupyter and all these things are good for machine learning concepts and stuff. If you're working on core Python, then it's pretty good to have PyCharm. Do you provide mentorship? Yes, of course, I do provide it. And recently, I have finished, like not recently, a couple of months ago, I finished the mentorship for batch of 5 students for New York University. I do sometimes mentor for IIT Bombay also. I do visit there as well for a guest faculty and a couple of other colleges as well. So yeah, I do mentorship. Okay, thoughts about TCS Ninja exam. Uh, I don't have really good thoughts about TCS. I really don't want to say anything about it. I think the companies who are actually, but I personal thought, again, personal thought. I think instead of going into TCS, I would recommend to go into companies like Swiggy, Hotstar, Zomato, Flipkart, even Snapdeal. These are the great startup in India which are actually working on some product that we use on daily life. So I would recommend, like, don't go for these entire people who are just fighting for one exam and trying to get their easy life in the TSCS. I would say no. Zoho is a great company. Hotstar is a great company. You might want to fight a little bit hard and get into those companies who are actually working on a product that you know, not about some company who just bids, put every engineer on the line, and then just send them on some village to do Aadhaar cards. I'm not a big fan. Some people might be. I'm not. Thesis publishing in bachelor degree. Thesis it automatically get published if you're getting your BTech. Again, thesis is something that you have to publish in your masters. I haven't heard anybody publishing. Like, you can publish your papers in IEEE, and then there are some lengthy papers that can be considered in the paper. These are like really, really lengthy papers that IEEE allows you to pay, but they are ridiculously heavy on the charges. But if you want to, have you ever visited dark web? Just install a Tor browser, visit it. It's not a big deal. What happens after that is a big deal. I don't want to. Sir, Android development course from Kotlin. Uh, I don't think so. I will be making it like in upcoming months because we are already having Flutter, React Native, and Core Android. So Kotlin is good, pretty good, decently good. But after the Flutter, I think more people are going to be shifting onto Flutter and React Native, not on the Kotlin. Can I being a 14? Again, like, I have noticed this trend. Whenever people are just below the 20 age year, they're gonna first mention their age and then ask the question. What's the point of that? I'm not even going to read that. You can ask regular questions without mentioning your age. I respect that. But first mentioning your age and then asking the question, what's the point, my dear friend? What is the point? How about live coding session? Maybe we are planning actually something for that. Uh, but we have to do some testings because we don't want to just go for like YouTube live and then just code the stuff and stuff like that. We want to go into more depth of that. Like we don't do things for like 10 or 20 student or just for the sake like we want to. Okay, so Raman says a good question, which hurts me as well. Cloud9 is closed. It hurts me. Literally, it hurts me. Alternative for your Node.js course, no one replying on LCO, please help. Raman, I guess you are not updated. We have actually released a newer version of the Node.js course. The previous version is already privatized because Cloud9 is getting close. So that's why we have uploaded a fresh new entire content for Node.js, which is way more advanced than our previous course. So that's why we actually privatized that course. It's a technology thing. So Cloud9 is closed now. We have to work on by installing the stuff and all of that. So uh, it's sad, really. We had to privatize our couple of courses, like MySQL bootcamp was also on the Cloud9, so we have to like privatize it. Our Node.js course was initially on this Cloud9, so we had to like redesign the entire course. Currently, we are having this course totally on the offline machine. Now we don't trust on any of these guys like Cloud9 or any of the services because they can just poof, gone away. Gave us a big lesson, but yeah, what we can do, it's gone. Nobody can do that anything. So yeah, I recommend you to move into our newer course, which is far more advanced than just the basics of Node.js, and it's better. Are you a Trump fan? Uh, who is Trump fan? I have interacted with a couple of Americans, and they say, "Who is Trump fan?" I don't know. I haven't met it yet. Okay, I purchased few days back, and now what? Have you purchased it? The older Node.js course. You can write me an email at a team at the rate learn code online, and I'll look it on priority, like what we can do for you, and probably I'll I'll do something. Don't worry on that. If you have just purchased in a couple of days ago, are we still having that course? Like who is buying that course? And how you were able to even buy that? Let me check that out. Why not to check it right now? Okay, so this is I want to check it out. Do we have still it? This is not privatized. I guess so. It is privatized. How you were able? Oh no, this is the newer one. Have you purchased the Node.js complete backend? Uh, don't worry. Just email me at team at the rate learn code online, and I'll see what best we can do. Don't worry, I'll do that. How was your week? Anirudh, my week was pretty good, pretty decent. I just was a little bit busy with the Learn Code Online offline stuff. That's why it slowed me down a little bit. But I think I'm going to be back on to the online stuff very soon. Can you make a free Python? Uh, where is that? Where is that question? Can you make a free Python machine learning course? If somebody sponsors me that much of money that I can invest in making course for a month or 2 months, surely can. But until unless I have to pay my bills, so cannot. Actually, we do already have a course on Learn Code Online. We are providing full support and everything there. So yeah. And Raman, please drop me an email. I'll fix it on priority, whatever the issues you are facing. So we're gonna go on to that part. Okay, what is your normal day schedule? Okay, my normal day schedule is first and foremost get up, and then usually I just do a couple of exercise, not much heavy, but just home routine exercise, stretching and stuff. Take a shower and directly get on computer. That's the usually the routine, and then the whole day is just on planning and editing and all that stuff. And during the evening time, hit the gym. But before hitting the gym, I spend like 15 minutes or 30 minutes of reading, and just after that reading, I hit the gym, work out really really extremely hard there, whatever the best I can, and then come back, enjoy the evening time with my family. I love that time. And usually on Sundays, I am with my friends, so I enjoy that time also. That's usually the routine. And in the evening time, again, come back and start recording some videos or make some projects or code stuff, whatever the next is going to come up at Learn Code Online, stuff like that. What about swimming? No, I'm not swimming this summer. Actually, I did swimming in last year, almost continuously 1 year. I I don't think so. I'll go there anytime soon. I'm done with the swimming. I got bored with that. So not yet, not yet. What is the best advice to upcoming software developers? Uh, Elias says that. So, one advice that I'm going to give you, I gave it in the video as well recently, that never expect that your code is going to run for the very first time. Don't expect that it's going to run when you want it to run. No, it's not going to happen. It's going to run when you least expect that. So, figuring out your problems and all of that. And again, nobody gets a confidence in coding. If you're thinking that after learning this series, I'm going to get confidence in programming, that doesn't happen. That is no confidence that you're going to get. Even I have heard saying that to the veteran actors, that whenever a new film is released, they are equally conscious and equally afraid that is this film going to be uh, rising into the market, or is it going to be a blockbuster or not. If those veteran actors are not that much confidence, how we can be confident? So no, that doesn't happen. One advice I can give you is keep on working, keep on making more projects, and eventually you'll be just comfortable right there, and expect problems. It's going to come up. There's no development that happens without problem. Can we expect a C++ STL course? Maybe I can launch that for free because I'm not much interested in the C++ part and having a paid course for that. So probably I'll launch a free course on STL. I have done a lot of work in that during my masters. So yes, I can. I can actually launch a STL course for free on C++ on YouTube. I can do that. Sir, what's your email ID? I have a doubt. If you have any doubt, post that in the discussion section if you have coding related doubts. And rest you can ask here. That is always the best place. My mail is not at all currently a best place to reach me out because there are already 3,000 unread emails. I know I said it in one of the video that your mail should be absolutely clean. My work email is usually still clean, but again, in my personal email, there's no space. I'm even missing the sponsors email. I'm not able to reach them out properly and all these stuff. That's why you don't see anything, any videos that says this video is sponsored by XYZ. So yeah, iOS 13 on LCO. No, everything is on a pause for iOS. Hopefully, we'll be doing that very soon. But you should focus on React, Jatin, because I gave you an assignment for the React. So I think you should focus on that. React is our Jatin is our offline, uh, maybe about to intern. He has some stuff to do with the React if he does that. So yeah, Gaurav says, "Do you see my design, sir? Uh, did you send it on Instagram? If yes, I have seen it 100%. If you have sent it on Instagram, otherwise I don't know if you have sent it somewhere else." DevOps. Maybe after the Linux, we can talk on to DevOps. So, do you play PUBG? No, I don't get that much of the time. How lucky you, you can play that. So, yeah. Everyone hit the like button. I thought this is already mentioned. Whenever we start a like button, you should hit the like button. Haven't you done that already? You should do that. You should do that. Okay, Django versus Angular. Um, Depends. Always. The answer is always going to be depends. So I personally love that Django, and again, when it comes to the uploading part, server ends, everything. So yeah, I actually was planning to make a video on the comparison of little bit onto the droplets versus AWS. We are actually planning to host a couple of projects on this DigitalOcean droplets. I think we're gonna share some thoughts about it once our developers something go for that. Do you have a challenge series? Our challenge series is still under construction. It's not like I can come up with a great, amazing course of 200 videos every week. It takes time. The course preparation first goes on. It's a complex process to design a course. First and foremost, the first thought in the mind is that it should be understandable. It should not be a gibberish which people cannot follow. If we have to do that, I can come up with like every week. No big deal. But first and foremost should be okay. There's a super chat. My pointer is 7.3, but everyone talks about pointer, feel demotivated. I think 7.3 is a pretty decent pointer. You should not worry much about that, because all those people who are talking just about the pointers are going to end up into mass recruiting company. Don't want to name any of them, but these mass recruiting companies are just holding a knife in their hand, are killing all these engineers. You really don't want to end into these companies. Rather, a better approach for you would be to master programming, land up into a job, some companies which are actually building up something, doing something, and there are tons of them right now in India. India is a growing market in the startup. We are not into a very Raman says sent an email at team at the rate learn code online. Let me check if I have received your email. I can do that right now. Uh, yes. Yes or no? Did I got your email? Nope. We haven't actually got your email. I still haven't got it. Oh, I haven't got it. Okay, there is a super chat question. Looks like I missed that. Super chat from Krish. Thank you so much. I got a job. Your Android course helped me. Thank you so much. Hey, Abhishek Soni. Thank you so much for really. I really appreciate that you have got a really amazing job after the Android course. I really appreciate that. I haven't got your email at team. Okay, so okay, so can we have a search session on? Okay, I'll check that a little bit later. But yes, Raman, I haven't still got your email. Probably it was in spam or something. Let me check that also, if it is landing up in the spam or something. Where is the spam? I'm sorry, I'm taking too much time off all of you. But yes, I haven't actually received any email from Raman. So please let me know. Sometimes I even miss the chat here. Okay, so does creating Android app cost a lot? Uh, yes and no, because creating an Android app, it all depends what kind of backend feature you're using. If something is like streaming videos or something, that is definitely costly. Uh, but if you are building up something which is just offline storage, like our Audio Do app, it's not very costly. It doesn't use ton of the features, so it's pretty cheap to develop these kinds of app. But if you are thinking to develop something like Learn Code Online app, it's expensive because you have to manage your video player bandwidth and databases, and they are costly. So yes, it can be costly onto a scalable app like this one. Are you using TikTok? No, I'm not. I'm not a TikTok. I'm not a TikTok kind of person. Who only? Why only 3 likes? I can see only like people are not hitting the like. Should I go on strike? Hey guys, hit that like button so that I can see that yes, it's going up, and then we can see that yep, it's going little bit up, not much. Hit that like button. All those who haven't hit that, can I see that? Let's go it beyond 180 at least. Let's hit that. Yeah, there we go. 183. Now we can talk again. Sir, which DSLR do you use? By the way, your Instagram pics are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm still using my Canon 70D. I'm planning to upgrade to probably EOS R or something. I haven't yet decided because it costs a lot of money. I don't have money to pay for machine learning course. How can I learn it? Again, we are trying to just provide best of that. So yes, as I was saying that I still use my Canon 70D. I am really looking forward to buy Canon EOS R. It's expensive, no doubt about it, but I'm thinking to buy that because I'm pretty good in photography. I want to take my YouTube game on to the next level with a lot of cinema editings. Email is team at the rate learncodeonline.in. Yes, of course it is team at the rate learncodeonline.in. It is the email, and still I haven't got. Now I have got it. Yes, Raman, finally I've got your email. It was sent on 9:24, just 1 minute ago. So yes, actually I'll see that your email just after this live, so you don't worry about that. And I cannot look at it right now. I hope you do understand that, but I'll take it on priority. Just after this live, I'll help you out. I'll sort it out, whatever the problem you are having. I am always here. Okay, so what's going on? Hey, Mr. Reddy. Nothing much going on. We are just chit chatting about the stuff. React with Laravel. What's your views? I think it's a good. React is actually such a lightweight thing that it is injectable in anything. Even it's injectable in Django. It's injectable in Laravel. Node. It works really like a charm. So yeah, React with Laravel is a pretty good option, and I think you should go for it. GraphQL versus REST API. I think that still the REST API is rocking the market. I I thought that you deserve more subscriber. I'm happy with whatever I am having. I like to have interactive audience instead of just the numbers. I'm pretty happy with the numbers. Surely more numbers will I would love that. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. So as I was saying that what I was saying, I don't know. I forgot. Uh, what about what about after Python offline course? Uh, Maybe some application development like Flutter, maybe Django would be a nice idea. So yeah, it's pretty good. Hi Hitesh, Suraj Kumar says, Hi Suraj Kumar, how are you? Hey sir, Django or Flask? I would say Django because Django is like moreover scalable, much more better. Flask is good, decently good. My recommendation would be go full fledged into Django. Is going to be always a better choice for you. Okay, Rohit Sharma completed his fifth 100 in the World Cup. Is it? Oh, that's nice. Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so what about after React? After React, go for Node.js. Makes sense. Or maybe React Native. It also makes sense. Upcoming travel plans. I have actually dropped all of my travels for upcoming 2 months. I'm not going anywhere because I'm working on something really awesome and amazing. I wanted to work on it for a really, really long time, but due to some legal issues, and sometimes you sign the contract, you cannot work on that stuff. So yeah, any dream app you want to create? I don't think so. I haven't thought about it. Actually, whatever we are doing at my dream is not about making app or a big website. It's about creating the content which reaches to more people. And to be honest, if the website name is not Learn Code Online, still you'll be watching my content. So content is what I prefer, and I go after that. Because if this would be like something um, uh, learncode.com or something, then still you will be watching the same content. Rohit Sharma got out 103. Yeah, that's cool. 100 is okay. After that, it's just bonus. So we are getting live match updates here as well. Good. Books for Python. No, you don't need books. We have ton of things on YouTube, on courses. So instead, go for that. How does the future of AI looks to you? I think it's going to be pretty good, pretty good. But if these companies actually stop overhyping these AI and artificial intelligence, then it would be much better. But if they will be continuing into overhype of these AI and machine learning, like recently I saw an advertisement where they say that we pass your insurance claim through our AI mechanism. You don't do that. Let's be honest here. You are just overhyping and trying to fool your customer by using the AI there. So yeah, uh, if they just stop doing it, okay. So that's what I'm saying. So okay, there's a tech support job. It depends what kind of support you are going on because some project needs a support for their maintenance that is completely decent. Some support is just to have a call and just place it. It's also a job. Somebody has to do it. But depends on your skill. If you are not skilled in code enough, then surely that can be a job. Okay, Messi or Ronaldo? No, I'm not going into that war. I'm not going into that war. So when it okay, it goes like when it comes to UX, you are like Tony Stark. Uh, User interface is definitely one of the things you should always worry about, and I always take care of that. Okay, so does big data have broad opportunities? Yes, of course it is. If it is, it's uh, documentation or books. I prefer documentation because usually when I work on the stuff, the documentation are pretty rock solid and books are not available. So yeah, Hitesh Chaudhary. Hi, Hitesh. Please say, is SSD worth buying for programming? Absolutely, 100%. I actually bought recently this laptop through which I'm going live. This is the laptop I wanted to review because this is a pretty amazing machine with decent uh, processor, nice graphic card, nice SSD. Everything is going so smooth in that. But I'll be reviewing it after making a full fledged series. The only complaint that I have this laptop is their fan noise. I just hate it because I make videos. But if you're just programming and coding on that stuff, I think that shouldn't bother you much. So yeah. Which team you want to see in Cricket World Cup 2009 finals? Not just finals. I want to see India win there. So not just about final team. I want to see India winning the World Cup, holding the cup again. That's what I want to see. I'm not worried about who comes into the final. All I care about, India should win this one. So sometimes I go crazy about the games, but yeah, I want India to win this one. And full stop there. That's it. Okay, so answer meaningful question, please. Okay, whatever it's coming up, I'm just answering them. So it's not like I'm picking up only the few ones. Whatever I see that. What after Django? So if you have learned the Django, I think you should start working on some database. And I highly recommend to start with MongoDB. I do have a free series on MongoDB that's going to surely help and get more knowledge into these MySQL and all these stuffs. I think that is going to make sense. So after the Django, diving deep into the database side because you're already into the backend is going to help you a lot. So my recommendation is that please name that laptop. It's a HP Pavilion laptop. What's the specific model number? Where is it written? I have no idea where the specific model number is written. I can tell you the configuration. It's having i5 8 Gen and 2 gigs of NVIDIA graphic cards. I forgot the model number of graphic card even, but it's a HP Pavilion machine. Uh, Comparatively, like it's not in the like cheapest thing, but still around 50 60,000. It's a pretty good budget laptop, I would say, and I'm still using it. I'll make a couple of videos on that, then we're going to see that how this is going to perform, because when I make videos the laptop get tested thoroughly. So I'm going to recommend that only after this. Okay, blue for Sudan. I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening in the Sudan. I just heard last time when I was in Europe that conditions are bad there, but I haven't heard about that after that. Because in India, the news actually comes very less about Sudan, but in the European part, when I was there, it comes up a lot. Do you think college syllabus for computer science worth for the industry? I would say it's worth or not. Still, you need a degree because that's one of the filter that still companies are using. Yes, as a YouTuber, we make videos that companies don't require the certificates now and all of that. But still, until unless you have a rock solid reason that why you are not going for college, is it monetary issue or something? I still believe that college degrees are still worth it. Maybe their content is outdated. In fact, I'm the one who talked about it on the TED Talk that your content is outdated and a whole lot of stuff. But still, I would say that college degrees is going to be worth it. They have invested so much in their branding and stuff. College degrees are still worth it. So I'm not from the fan army of, I don't call myself as a dropout fan army. I think you should still complete your college education. That's one of the most important thing. What to do after online Java beginners bootcamp? Android makes completely sense there. That once you have learned in the Java bootcamp, move on into the Android P course. That's gonna make absolutely sense there. Okay, Hitesh, sir, PyCharm versus idle in Python. No chance that idle can compete with the PyCharm. Uh, there are definitely reasons for that. Idle is something which I'll just fire up and do my own stuff in that. But if I'm making something which is pretty big, decent, big, I would love to use the color coding because files and projects are just scattered around, and linking, refactoring, all these things makes PyCharm a much better. Because if I had to refactor something and that is in the idle, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. And why to take that much of the nightmare when we have something more awesome like PyCharm? So yeah, PyCharm is better. VS Code or PyCharm? Still PyCharm. If I'm building any project, I won't be doing that much. If it's a Python project, I would definitely love to do that in PyCharm. I very slow learner and from arts, can I learn Node.js? Yes, of course. You are going to take a little bit more time, but if you're consistent, you're learning daily, you definitely can, and 100% you can. Surely, if you are a slow learner, just accept the fact that, yes, I'm a slow learner. There is no shame in that. But move forward and just understand that I'm a slow learner. That means I need to write more notes. I need to write everything down. I need to make all of these code files, as well as I'll take a little bit longer time. That's all. No shame in that. Okay, what after completing React Native course from LCO? If you have completed React Native course from LCO, just record a video of whatever you have created on your own and post me on the Instagram. That should be the first thing you should do. If you're building up something great, just tag me on the Instagram. I share all of your projects and everything, whatever your achievement is. I share them on my Instagram. I feel so great that you're building up something, you're making something, and it's so good that you are able to share it with me. That's one of the big achievement. How much AWS cost for a 1 GB static website? Nothing. 1 GB is nothing for AWS. It's pennies. Things actually goes when you move into the TB level, and I think if your website entire size is 1 GB, definitely there is something wrong with that if there is no video content because website size is usually very less. If we are talking about the bandwidth, I think we are talking about the bandwidth usage. If the bandwidth usage is 1 GB, it's like pennies in the AWS. It's not a big deal. Things actually go crazy when you talk in TBs, like monthly. You are transferring like 20, or not just 20, like 10 or 12 TB. So when it comes to like 1,000 or 2,000 GBs, then AWS shows you the real, yeah, that I can do something. But if you're having that much of the traffic, you'll be having that much of money as well. It's always go to go maths. Okay, do you consider degree while recruiting students? Yes, actually, not that much, but I think that if you're graduate, that's enough for me. I don't care about if you're from arts, commerce, BSc, BTech, whatever that is. I don't really care, but I do care about degrees. That your college should be finished. If you have entered in the college, you were not able to clear up all of your exam, that means something is wrong. Definitely, you might be not serious onto something, and that thing can actually transfer into the companies as well. So yes, I think that yes, if you have entered in the college, again it depends. If somebody has created amazing amount of certificates, amazing amount of projects on GitHub, then I would say that yes, you were busy in creating all of these tons of projects, that's why you were not able to create complete your degree. Then it's fine. Then it's okay. But if you're not even completing college degree, not having a GitHub portfolio, you haven't done anything in life, so let's just accept the fact that you have done nothing. And why would anybody would hire somebody who has done nothing and who has just watched some season on the Netflix and is just familiar about the storyline of GOT? What's the use for that for me? So, is MTech worth it from IIT and NIT in India? Yes, of course it is. It is. It's a valuable thing. Surely they are not going to teach you much on to like code side that is used in industry or something. So, AWS or GoDaddy, which is better for dedicated hosting? I think if you are going for dedicated hosting, then go for AWS. There is no point of using dedicated servers of GoDaddy. AWS is far more better. In fact, if you're looking up for that kind of thing, why don't you try DigitalOcean or something? If you're building up something very complex, AWS is the thing. But apart from that, you can try DigitalOcean, Netlify. Heroku is also very cheap. But yeah, I won't be going for that GoDaddy. I have nothing bad against them. They are pretty good in buying domains and shared servers and all of that. We use them a lot. But no, for like big scale, I would prefer droplets from DigitalOcean or AWS or something like that. Okay, so what was your final year project? I was from electronics, so my final year project was including the electronics and stuff. And in those times, the IoT and all these things were not that much popular. They are recently born. So my project was totally from electronic base. So yeah, it's not related to anything like code or stuff. Initially I submitted a code based project of the wireless systems and stuff like that, but they didn't accepted my college guys. They said you are from electronics, you need to submit your electronics project, and otherwise you're going to get fail. So hey, you have to do something to get your degree. So I did that. I submitted an electronics project and it was all good. So should I do Kiwi or Android? I don't recommend Kiwi. Nobody's working on Kiwi that much. It's not a popular one. It's not really the great one. So yeah, Flutter or iOS dev confused. Go for Flutter. It and then later on, like Flutter is not tough to be honest. If you're a consistent learner, you can finish up the entire My Flutter course in less than 2 months, along with all of your project and everything. Once you have invested 2 months in the Flutter, then you can decide that no, I want to go for iOS still. Then you can go for it. So yeah, how do I get certificate? I have paid for it. Where do you have paid for your certificate? Like if you are talking about Learn Code Online, then finish the course, take the quiz, and then we give the certificate if you pass the quiz. And otherwise, I don't know if you have paid for the certificate, like how that works. AWS with 100-day visitor cost, please. 100 visitors per day. It's going to be very cheap. 100 visitors per day is like nothing big, nothing big. You won't be paying like hefty amount. I cannot give you exact amount there, but I would say if you have just 100 visitors per day, I think uh, I have to be honest, I just checked the price in the morning for the DigitalOcean droplets. It would cost you just $5 per month. I'm not sure about the AWS pricing for that, so I cannot share that. But I think it's going to be relevant. If it's going to cost $5 on DigitalOcean, then it's going to cost like probably $6 or $7 on AWS. That's it per month. Of course, we are talking here. I have done HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. There's a super chat question by Dilpreet Singh Nagra, and it says, I have done HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, PHP, and MySQL. Now, where should I go towards Node.js and React Line or towards Java and Android? I would say since you have already so much of the experience in the web, you are already familiar with that. My recommendation is to first go for this Node.js and React side. And I would say the reason for that as well, because once you understand the React and Node base, everything that you learn in the React, like props and state, everything is the knowledge is transferable into React Native. And through React Native, you can make your apps for not just Android, but also for iOS. That is the reason why, based on your background, I would recommend you to go for Node.js and React. Android and Java, it's not bad, it's good. I have the courses for them as well. But for you, I would recommend for Node.js and React side, just based on the experience that you're already having. So use that experience and climb on top of that. Android and Java would be starting from totally scratch. It's good, but my recommendation is Node.js and React for you. Okay, so Hitesh sir, let me know about Angular and Flutter apps. Flutter apps are rocking the market. Angular is still, it's good, but Flutter is comparatively more popular nowadays. React or Flutter? Flutter is still new. It's definitely very easy, very fun to code and everything. But for production level of application, there are still certain things which are missing in the Flutter. I think in the next version, they are trying to fix up those issues like over the air updates and stuff like that. And then it's going to be all good for Flutter. Currently, and there is also one more issue since the React was already here in the market and a lot of companies have already adopted that. It's not like just because the Flutter is out in the market, they are going to switch their entire workflow onto Flutter just because it's new. No, if the React is performing good, its performance is pretty nice, decent, good, they're not going to be just switching on to Flutter anytime soon. So they are still going to be on React Native. So currently, the situation is that a lot of projects are already on React Native and they are looking for React developers and not Flutter developers. In future, it's definitely going to change. 100% it's going to change because new companies who are trying to build their project now they're evaluating React or Flutter. So whatever is going to come up, if Flutter is able to do more into the MVP, their product is good, then surely it's going to rise into demand. Flutter in VS Code and Android emulator with 4 GB RAM is that correct way? Uh, I would say that if you're having just 4 gigs of RAM, Android is pretty hungry for the RAM. I would say that use your real device. That is a better idea. And Flutter in VS Code, yeah, that can handle in 4 GB. So no big deal in that. Programming is starting to look boring. Loke says everything is boring in initial days. When I went to learn the basketball, the first thing was just dribble it whole day, just dribble it. it was boring. But when it goes to actual meat part, when you play the game, it becomes exciting. Same is for programming. When you start to learn like loops, functions, if else, it's just very boring. It is boring. I do agree in that part. But when you move into actual real playground where you build something app, something that you can show off into your mobile phone on the web, hundreds of people use that. That is the real playground. That is the real playground. So everything, whenever you learn basics, have you watched the Jackie Chan movies? You should watch them. When he trains in those Jackie Chan movies, everything is boring. He's not happy with that. And then when actually the fight ground comes up, that's where then things goes off. Oracle Cloud, I'll stay away from Oracle even if saying in that video because they just throw away the copyright just like that. I don't want to say even their name. These guys are always looking for this. They are all almost like the T series world of the programming. So just like the T series always, hey Rahul CS, thank you so much for super chat. Just like the T series throw off these copyright claims and take away the money, Oracle does that a lot. The moment you use any Java logo or anything, they just throw off a copyright. They don't even allow you to use for the media purposes or articles or just talks. No, they don't allow it. I don't know why, but they do it. Bro, do come to Bhubaneswar once. I was in Bhubaneswar last year also. Probably I'll come this year also, but not in the upcoming thing. I will. Enterprise shit equals Oracle. Yeah, a little bit, not much, not much. Now the things are shifting. It's currently, yeah, it's dominating. I would agree. I'm LCO member. Only question, sir. Which framework are going to lead in web development? There is no particular answer for that because it's not very definitive. Web is a big thing. It includes all the big giants, all the small startups, all the current learners and future learner as well. So it's a very diverse. Some people are just crazy fan of Python and they're going to say this Python and Django is going to rule over the world. Some people are fan of this JavaScript and they're going to say the Node.js and these things are going to rule. And then some people are already on the PHP, which is dominating the market. So it's not like one thing is going to dominate. It's going to be always the mixture of all these things. The Karate Kid, Jackie Chan movie. You got it, my dear friend Ashik. You got it. You got it. Which programming language is used by LCO? We use a lot. We use a lot. And even we are planning to integrate more for more stats and graphs. So, yeah. So, can I use Flutter in 2 GB RAM? My dear friend, if you're using still 2 gigs of RAM, there is a serious, serious issue. You probably will not be able to do anything at all. So my recommendation is to upgrade the RAM. Even phones are coming with the 6 gigs of RAM. So 2 gigs of RAM is very, very low. I don't think so. You're going to be surviving good long for programming onto that. So move on. Have just work on some McDonald's or some post office or something. Work a little bit, get some money, and just upgrade your RAM. I did the same. So no harm in that. Work somewhere. And don't feel shy in that. Uh, why thoughts about Xamarin? I have no thoughts about Xamarin, Mr. Nandi, because I don't work on it. If I don't work on it, I have no thoughts about it. Why everyone is behind ML? I don't know why everybody is behind ML. People don't think it that way. Let me give you a simple example. That if you're going for machine learning, okay, that's good. That's great. Go for it, but you still are going to need some interface so that mass audience can actually interact with your model or whatever the logic you have created for machine learning. That logic is going to include some app, maybe some website. So definitely that is also required. So your app and website are still in the context, and still to make them beautiful and usable, the user interface and user design is also going to be considered. So your UX and UI guys are there, and to host them you need something like AWS or Docker or something. So DevOps guys are still there. And again, to maintain those servers, you need networking guys. And overall, on top of that, you have to maintain the security. So it's not like just the machine learning is going to be the entire web. It just needs everything and everybody's contribution to have that. How is DevOps for fresher? Docker knowledge with AWS is killing. That's the word I'm going to say to you. Docker, basics of Linux, and AWS, killing, just killing it. Just go out in the Bangalore and shout out, I'm a pro in Deva in the Docker and AWS. Just say it, and you're going to be seeing a ton of job offers there right now. Just like I said, and right now, if you just shout out in the Bangalore, I'm a professional React Native developer, and companies are going to come after you. Yeah, some things have a higher demand, some things are not. So that's it. It didn't realize that we have spent almost 1 hour, almost 1 hour, and we are here. So hit that like button so that we can move forward a little bit. Did you build a drone? I'm not gonna say anything on that. Yes, I built one. It didn't work out much. Being honest here. I'm not gonna say I built the best drone which does everything. I was the smartest. I built a drone. It crashed out. That's the truth. It didn't work out. What can I do? My bad. But yeah, being honest is also another thing that everybody should accept and move forward from that. So yeah, Python or C? Python. Python. I have made already so many videos that you don't need to learn C to learn any other programming language. You should just directly get started with that. Okay, how to? Okay, Nishant Singh, super chat. Thank you so much for super chat, Nishant Singh. Linux or Windows? I am currently doing this live from Windows, so I'm not gonna go against Windows for that. For at least this live. Probably when I'll go live from my Mac machine, I'm gonna choose. Let's not say that. Okay, so that's it for this live. I'm a little bit hungry. I need to go to my family and just chit chat with there, and also need to take my food. So, what is my recommendation for you guys? First and foremost, whatever you are making, just make sure you make a video of that and post a story at my Instagram at Hitesh014. Not Hitesh Chaudhary Official. My bad. I changed my username. It's Hitesh Chaudhary Official now at Instagram. Looks a little bit more professional. So post me there and tag me onto that, and I will definitely share that. There's a super chat. Please don't send super chat now. I'm just about to sign off, but I'll take this last question. Raja Ji says, I'm a passionate in programming, want to quit IT job and start a restaurant. Is it a good idea? Uh, yeah, if you want to start a restaurant, that's also a good idea. Maybe you can make your own apps, your own delivery system, your own. Programming is not about always to get into big companies and all of that. It can help you in your day to day life as well. So, if your idea is to start a restaurant, go for it. Maybe that's you're passionate about, and probably you'll get much more success there. So, don't wait, don't hesitate. Whatever you want to do in your life, just go for it. And if you're opening up a restaurant, just let me know. I'll definitely pass by to have iced tea there. Make sure you keep iced tea there also. So that's it for this one. And make sure you post up a India is doing good in the match. I need to watch the match also. So make sure you post a story on me. I'll love to reshare that. And that's it for this live. And I'll take my food and make sure you also take care of your health as well. That's it. Bye bye. Bye bye, Sovik. Bye bye, Adityan. Bye bye, Jatin. Hey, Jatin. Keep on going on. Bye bye. Bye bye, Tanvi. Bye bye, Ved, Adityanath, Adnan, Techno, Dutt, Nirlajan Dutt. It's so hard to read. Vaibhav Tiwari, Ashik, Sovik, Ashutosh, Udesh. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. And keep on enjoying, keep on writing amazing code, and keep on coming up.